What's going on, guys? It's your boy Elisha here, and welcome back to Go. This right here, as you know, is the show where we discuss everything in the world of football from the past week. And by we, of course, I mean myself, your boy, yours truly, and you, the amazing, fabulous, wonderful people of the world of football. Guys, as always, we got a whole lot to talk about this week. So without further ado, let's get right to the business. But before we get into the football stuff from the past week, as I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, especially ever since just the tension has been rising and protests are rising and awareness is at an all-time high right now on black issues, we're going to keep it going. We're not going to stop because the trends are settling down a little bit. We're going to keep sharing black history, which is human history, period. But in football specifically this week, it's about Eusebio da Silva Ferreira, who is part of possibly the handful of Portuguese legends, like untouchable players in history, and actually the first black player to ever win a Ballon d'Or. Yes, in 1965, he was just 23 years old and he won the Ballon d'Or. He has a statue outside of Benfica Stadium. He's a club legend. He's won basically everything you could win as a player for Benfica. And in total, in 436 club appearances, he scored 424 goals and 41 goals in 64 appearances for Portugal. This man was an absolute beast. They called him La Pantera Negra, which means the Black Panther, because he was just a beast like that. And he definitely is missed all throughout the world, especially in Portuguese football. May his soul rest in eternal peace, but he won't ever be forgotten. This man is a legend, and if you didn't know, now you know. If you want to know some more, there'll be some links in the description to learn more about his incredible career and especially just an incredible life. But now moving on into the actual football, let's get out the laptop. All right, and now we are talking about, still, amongst all the things that's been happening within the past few weeks, more and more of the football community is speaking out, and actually Mainz clapped back at one of their club members who actually decided to end their membership with the club after many, many years because they felt like Mainz just has too many black players, and they don't seem to be worried too much about the fact that the player is leaving. And this is just the kind of display that a lot more of the football heads need to sort of implement. You know, when one of your fans or players or anyone else inside the club showcases any form of racism, check it. Check it, and if they want to leave, let them leave and don't welcome them back. Period. Also, Diallo, one of the few non-black players who are actually just on their own speaking out against such issues, and he voiced his concern, and he expressed that players should definitely take actions when the referees don't, when the club doesn't, when the football league, when the federations don't take action. The players need to take matters into their own hands and actually do something against it, whether it's to both teams to stop playing all throughout. Something needs to be done to show that they will not stand for this, that this disease, this poison, has no place in this game. Also, Sterling gave his thoughts on racism and a big issue that is sweeping across not just football but a lot of industries, but specifically he spoke of football and the Premier League, which he is a big part of, which is a lack of representation. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically that there's black players make up a third of the Premier League, but how many black coaches are in the Premier League? How many black assistant coaches, how many black owners, how many black referees? Like, there's that lack of representation is lacking. What that shows is that it's okay to put the players' bodies on the line in that way and have them be the athletes and the jocks. They could handle that. But when it comes to being in a position of authority, there's no representation there, and that has definitely an impact on the relationship between the players and managers. Not that players should be uncomfortable being coached by a white man or an Asian man or any man that's not black, but it does do something to players when they look around and they see other black players, but they don't see any black officials. They don't see anybody in other positions other than the athletes, which then kind of sends the message to everybody that black people are just meant to be the athletes, to just do that dirty work. And then the other positions, they're not really fit for that. But speaking of the Premier League, which is the long-awaited restart, post-quarantine Premier League restart is coming up this week, and there's some big games coming up. Tottenham versus United, Manchester City versus Arsenal, the Merseyside Derby, 126 years of Liverpool versus Everton, right back here this week. Liverpool only has 6 points. They only need 6 points to win the Premier League. And it's long awaited, man, but the way that they ended the seasons, but the way their last few games were going before quarantine, it seems like they kind of actually needed COVID to kind of halt everything. Be like, yeah, stop, all right, stop, we losing. Yeah, we need to stop this. Y'all need to, damn, this is crazy. And then everything stopped. Now everybody's rested, no injuries, everything's good, there's no excuses. 2 games, 6 points. Everton, this one in the Merseyside Derby, then Crystal Palace the following week. Yo, bang it out, Liverpool. Bang it out, bro. Like this 1-2, y'all good. Y'all got it. It's over. A month early, you could chill for the rest of the season. All right? But man, for entertainment purposes, I'm not rooting against Liverpool. I already said this. I already said beginning of the season, the year before. This year, Liverpool's going to get it. They're finally getting it this year. They absolutely well deserved. They've been the better team this whole season. But if they could somehow slip up and flop this, man, the football world would never, I mean never, let Liverpool forget this. So don't slip up. Don't slip up again. But yeah, and also speaking of leagues that are coming back, La Liga de España is also back underway. And the one game that I told you guys that I was looking forward to, seeing how Getafe are going to come out of quarantine, come back and really fight for their spot to qualify for the Champions League next year. But oh man, I thought they got off to a great start. They were playing against Granada. They started off 1-0. Timor, left footer, first touch strike out to almost outside the box into the left post. It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, this is actually going to be a nice one. Come on, Getafe. You're doing great coming out of quarantine. Really, like, you know, this is the journey into qualifying for Champions League. And then a weird own goal by De Koeman, not really his fault. And then Fernandes was almost going to get it. You know, he was attacking that ball. De Koeman got in front of him. It happens. But then Fernandes really got that late goal, 79th minute into the second half for Granada, and secured the 3 points for them. You know, it was a good comeback on their part. They got the 3 points. But Getafe, man, I really want to see them in the Champions League. They still got a chance. They definitely still have a chance to make it up and qualify. But you know where I'm at. You know what I'm banging. Getafe, we here for the rest of the season. I'm definitely rooting for them. I want to see them over there, but it's not just gonna happen. They gotta fight for that spot. Also, Barcelona is right back to where they left off with winning ways. 4-0, of course. Messi had to get in on the party. Got the 4th goal. Vidal, Braithwaite, Suarez all got goals. 4 different scorers. Easy money just like that. And something really dangerous happens. There was a pitch invader during the Barcelona-Mallorca game. That's not supposed to happen, especially during the pandemic. This man was not supposed to. How he got into the stadium is just beyond me. How he was able to make it onto the pitch is beyond me. It just goes to show what is happening. Where are the security? What? Like the fact, like I just don't get it. A stadium as big as the new camp, I don't get how somebody was able to make it onto that pitch. How? But now he's banned from the stadium and they could definitely press charges. So was it worth it? You tell me. Come on, fly over here to New York. Come sit. Come right here. Let's talk about it. Also, Real Madrid back to winning ways. Got their 3 point in the 3-1 win over Eibar. Really the two most notable games this week. Nothing crazy exciting happened in La Liga in the coming in, but we're still, listen, I'm still super grateful for football being back anyways. Also, shout out to Marcelo after his goal this weekend and getting on the knee, putting that fist up, repping the movement. Shout out to you, my guy. And last but not least, in football news, in the Bundesliga, what I thought, again, the match to watch, the match to watch, the watch, the match, the watch, the watch, the back, the black, the brick, the bring the back, the bang, the back, the back, the Bundesliga, that Mönchengladbach, ooh, that Bayern Dortmund, black, the brute, the good, the cool. Oh, bars. That's what I do. That's what I do. Come on, the album coming soon. You already know the vibes. Bow, bow, whoa. Anyways, yeah, in the Bundesliga, the match to watch, Bayern versus Mönchengladbach, ended in a 2-1 win for Bayern Munich, and I said it. Now they got one. They only got one. They win their next match, and that's it. It's all done. It's all finito, done, over with, finished. They win the Bundesliga, which, again, it's kind of like, bro, they're killing this. Like, they got the best team in the Bundesliga, so they're gonna win it. Everybody else is sleeping. Yeah, they're sleeping. They're not trying to win, so they're gonna keep doing it year after year. So you know what? Shout out to Bayern, man, because winners keep winning, and they're not just going to let anybody run away with their trophy, bro. Like, they have the team for it. They have the work ethic. They have the commitment. They have the focus. They got the skills. So they're going to keep winning. Also, Dortmund got their 1-0 with Haaland is actually back. He scored on his return for Dortmund, which just goes to show, man, I wish he hadn't been injured during the Bayern game. Who knows what would have happened if he actually finished that game. Unfortunate, though, we can't live in the past. That already happened, but that boy is showing day in and day out that it is not just a one-hit wonder. He's not just having, you know, like a little moment. Like, he's really a baller. Like, he's coming in, pause, week in and week out, banging out goals, double pause. Like, he's really about this, and I can't wait to see what he does next season, man. If Sancho stays, if he doesn't go over to the Premier League or anywhere else, he stays with Dortmund with Hakimi and Haaland, oh, definitely. Then I'll have just a last little stretch of hope for Dortmund and just the Bundesliga overall. But yeah, Dortmund should be dangerous next season for sure. And also in Coppa Italia news, the Serie A is not back just yet, but Inter drew against Napoli 1-1, which have them move into the finals of the Coppa Italia. Just like AC Milan drew 0-0 with Juventus. Juventus moved on into the finals. They're going to be playing that out Wednesday, so stay tuned. We're going to talk about the final and whoever the winner is next week. Ronaldo missed a penalty in that game against AC Milan, which could have got them the win, but either way, they qualified, so they're in the finals. That's what's most important. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this week in football. Leave your comments, thoughts, anything down below in the comments section. But I really want to know, guys, what are your thoughts on just the state of football right now? It's a weird time, definitely, with this post-quarantine stuff. We're not exactly sure when fans are going to be allowed back into the stadiums. There's some places where they are. There's just some places you really just can't stop the fans from doing what they want. So you kind of just like, you know, Corona's not going to go away because we don't want it to. It's just going to go away, you know, after vaccines or whatever the government needs to do to get that out of there. But they don't really care in some places. They just want to see their teams play, man. But guys, don't do that. As much as you can, stay inside or abide by social distancing rules, man. Wear a mask, wear some gloves, use hand sanitizer, wash your hands religiously. Do all that to protect yourself, man. Don't be stupid just for a game or two. As always, you know the drill, you know the deal, you know the vibes. Share this with your mommy, your pappy, your daddy, your nanny, your sisters, cousins, nephews, dogs, pet snakes, hamsters, pet tarantula, pet pig, Peppa Pig, whoever. Guys, make sure also you check out the social media and the music resources, how you can help the Black Lives Matter movement, and more on Eusebio's life and his career in the description. And I will see you guys next time on Goal. Peace.